I'm beginning to hate YouTube, this YouTube studio, because I clicked on go live and it showed me it was going live, and then I started talking.
It showed me it was going live.
Yeah, there's the other.
Then I started talking.
And then I look up at it, and there's a comment there. It says, "Does he forget to schedule these things?" And I'm thinking, man, I've been talking for like 15 minutes. Okay, so what was I saying? What did I say behind the scenes? I'll tell you what I said. This episode is about the scammers and fraudsters that are out there. And I'm going to make a blanket statement, then I'm going to go into specifics. Anybody, and I mean anybody on the YouTubes that is professing their marvelous abilities to make money using day trading is a fraud. They are 100% absolutely a fraud. Well, maybe not 100%. I would say they are 99.5% a fraud. Now, it's possible. It is possible. Very, very, slight possibility that that they are making that money, or making some money, or making a little bit better than the S&P. But we know that through studies that that's probably the case with about 0.5% of the people. The ones that make millions don't exist. It is possible that there's a 1 in a million guy out there that did make millions, but it's also possible that I flip a coin, flip a quarter, and get heads 25 times in a row. That is, or even 11 times. That's very possible. Someone could make trade after trade after trade and not lose if they just do it randomly. They could do that. Highly improbable, but it is possible. As a matter of fact, even just 1 out of 1,000 people, if you do I think there are 1 out of 1,000 people that will flip a coin heads 11 times in a row. Something like that. So these things are possible. They're just highly improbable. We know from a Brazilian study that 99.5% of all people day trading are losing money. That only 0.5% of them are keeping up with the S&P, just barely. Just barely. So if they are showing you some new indicator, some new strategy, some new setup, guaranteed they're frauds. They will not show you their brokerage account, their live brokerage, their real brokerage account with real money in it. They will not show you audited returns. And if they do, I guarantee they will be showing you from an offshore broker or an offshore CPA, like I've seen recently with this guy, Stephen Ducks, showed an offshore Bahamian CPA. And I've seen this over and over again. It happens all the time. There are a wide variety of different scams out there. Probably one of the most famous that most people know about is Tim Sykes. Tim Sykes does something called front-running arbitrage. He shows you how to short penny stocks. Now, first of all, let's take a look at the mechanics of this and the possibility of shorting penny stocks. Try shorting penny stocks. Try going to your broker and ask them if they have shares to short penny stocks or any penny stock. Guaranteed, the answer is no. There are some shady brokers out there that do have shares to short some penny stocks. I will guarantee you this, that Tim Sykes knows all of those brokers and has tied up all of those shares. So what he does is he'll start some promotion on some stock, get his base to kind of pump that up, or start a promotion behind the scenes with some other nefarious people to start pumping up that stock and get it up to a point where he knows that eventually it's going to run out of steam or run out of the promotion and it's going to short. He'll get his membership to start pumping it as well. and then tell them that they need to get the shares to short. Of course, he's holding all the shares. They might find a few brokers here and there where they can get a few shares. So there could be a couple of people that will benefit in this pump and dump scheme. But it is, in fact, a running arbitrage where he is purposefully pushing the pump, knowing when it's going to release, and then holding all the shares to short and then shorting them. That's how he scams people, and he charges them $99 a month to view his worthless DVDs because they too want to become a millionaire like Tim Sykes. Unfriggin' believable. Another big scammer who's actually the grandfather, although he's not that old, the grandfather of all scammers because he was one of the original educators, and that is John Carter. John Carter is a story man. He can woo you with just about any story. You go and watch any of his webinars or any of his courses, and he'll tell you multitudes of stories. 96% of his CDs and webinars are stories. The rest is worthless content. He also professes day trading or going long on options. Again, another scammer who charges ungodly amounts for his courseware. Let me just say this. Anybody, and did I say this in the beginning? I'll say it again. Anybody that is day trading on the internet, on YouTube, and can want you to follow them and pay them money for them to show you how as well, how you too can make their fake money. Any of them are scammers. They are frauds and they are scammers. Every single one of them. They will not show you their brokerage account. They will not show you their audited results. You may say, but Ernie, don't you do training or education? I do. Well, first of all, I don't show anybody day trading, ever. As a matter of fact, if you've known me long enough, you know that the disdain I have for day trading. I say that the longer that you hold your money in your account, in your position, the greater the chances of you of profiting. I say it all the time. There are no multi-millionaire day traders. However, there are many billionaire position traders. There's a reason for that. The other thing that I do is, if I do show a strategy, it's only something that has actual statistical relevance. And it's something that I can create, something prescriptive that I can show somebody, and they can make money. Now, there are some things that you can make money on. Very few people teach them. Some people are getting wise to them, and they're starting to run ramshot with it. Everyone's coming out now with, selling puts. And selling puts on Robinhood, which is like the worst possible place you could do any kind of trading because of the inconsistency and lack of uptime of that platform. Sure way to blow up your account. But they're doing it. And they make it sound easy, like it's free money, but it's not. It is one of the more valid ways of trading that does have an edge, but they're teaching it like it's day trading. They want you to do it as short as possible. Go to SPY and you can collect money 3 times a week selling puts. It's friggin' idiotic. See, there's something else that, if you've been listening to me long enough, that I've talked about the broker narrative. I've been in this business for 40 years. I've been specifically in the technology of finance business for about 40 years, about 35 years. I've held the highest levels of positions within companies that service the financial industry. I have been at the highest levels directly involved in implementing financial products in the biggest companies in the financial industry. I have worked directly with those brokers, the sell-side analysts, the systems people, everything, implementing their strategies. I know exactly what they're doing. And I've seen it for years. And I've been all that time trying to educate people on what you really need to do. You need to find an edge. As a matter of fact, I see someone, Iceman, what's the story with you and Don? Don's going his own way. You have to find an edge. And then you have to have the ability to turn that into a prescriptive process that you can show other people that they can repeat and actually see results. And that's the only time that I'll do that. I will educate people on certain topical matter, but I won't show them something unless I truly believe that you can, and show it in black and white with statistical information, with actual evidence that you can make money at it. And it's never day trading. Ever. Because it can't be done. The brokers, they want you to day trade because they know that it is like, it's like going to the bank. You're like an annuity to them. And don't get fooled by these zero-cost brokers. You don't think that they're not making money off of your no-commission trades? I tell you how they do it. The way they do it is they go to other sources that are actually executing your trades. They bid for these. They make money on the spread of the trade. The no-cost brokers will hire these or put it out into a bid pool, and then they buy their service. So it's like basically buying an annuity or a bond, and then they pay them on a regular basis, and then they handle the trades and they make their money on their own arbitrage. They're market makers. They make money on the pennies because they get such volume. So most of the brokers knew that they had to move away from that business themselves and outsource that, and then focus on other areas where they would make money. So there they have that steady stream of business. They can downsize their own business, focus on their sell-side analysts who are sort of tasked with creating chaos in the market, thereby creating more volatility in the market, creating more, and just keeping the whole thing going. Let's see. I don't know Will Karaman, but I'll have to take a look at him. Thank you for that. Warrior trading, definitely a scam. Shadow trader, scam. Look, it doesn't matter who they are. If they're showing you day trading and they're charging you money for their alerts and their course, they are scamming you, because I can guarantee that they themselves are not making the money they profess. Well, Iceman, day traders are worse than gamblers. They are degenerates. They know that they're going to lose, yet they keep on coming back for more pain. They're degenerates and they're masochists. So someone's saying, are you going to name names? I already did. Sykes, Warrior Trading, Ducks, Carter. I mean, all of them are scamming you. Go to tradingschools.org. There's a fellow there named Emmett Moore. That's his site. And for years, he's been doing analysis and reviews of all these different services. And he does in-depth reviews where they get in and they look at the whole business and then they rate them. I'd say that maybe 98, 99% of the ones that he's rated, they get 1 or 2 stars out of 5. or they just outright say that they're a scam. There's probably maybe 3 notable ones in there that I can think of. He did make one mistake. He did get fooled by Stephen Ducks, where he gave him good marks because he said that he supplied his broker statement. But I looked at his broker statement. His broker statement is from a company that is affiliated with Tim Sykes on an offshore CPA on the Bahamas. All red flags. And the statement itself was supplied by the chief compliant officer of the brokerage, which never happens. So the only thing that I can ascertain is that Docs is selling or is an affiliate. Well, I know he is. He's an affiliate of that broker. And so there is a little kickback there. Market Guy says, good afternoon. I would like to learn volume profile. Do you have a course? Yes, I do. Go to traderoffutures.com/replay. That's traderoffutures.com/replay. Now, speaking of volume profile is really one of the few things out there that when you're talking about the world of indicators, which it really isn't an indicator. It's no more an indicator than the candlesticks are an indicator. Is one of the few places which you can very rarely get any information on, but it is one of the few tools that you can use to actually see where supply and demand are, where support and resistance are. And it's the same tool that's been used for ages, right from the very beginning, that most people don't have any clue about, and most people teach it wrong. And if you'd like to check that out, of all the hundreds of people that have taken my volume profile course, the vast majority of them say that it has transformed the way they look at prices, at stocks, at the analysis of where things are going. That's because it's forward-looking, it's not backward-looking. It is what the actual market is, not some derivative of the market like what most indicators are. So there are little things like that the pros are using that most retailers don't know. They don't want you to know. That's why those tools, to get them on your platform, usually cost money. One of the most accessible tools out there for volume profile is TradingView. They have very good, but you have to pay, $15 a month, which is not that much. As a matter of fact, it's so worth it. It's unbelievable. I would pay the $15 a month and go to TradingView, look at their volume profile, use my course because it's based on that, and learn about volume profile. And don't day trade with it. I'm not familiar with Matty Greenspan. Do I stream with the chat room? Well, I have a chat room in my service, my options service. By the way, if you want to join that, it's right down below. We just started that. We're in our second campaign, which means our second month. We opened our 14th trade today. And it's up significantly already. Of the 13 previous trades, we were 12-1. 12 wins, 1 flat. Not loss, but flat. And this one is looks like it's heading to be a winner, so we're heading in the right direction. But that is trading options in a very specific way. We only sell options. We do not buy options. So that's another thing. If anybody is telling you to buy an option, go long calls or long puts or any kind of spread that is long, they are also scammers. They are defrauding you. Oh, yes, I did. Now I recognize the name. Matty Greenspan, yes. He's a Bitcoin guy, and I'm often extremely critical of him. We jostle every once in a while on Twitter. So, yeah. It was Matty Greenspan. And he is a true believer in Bitcoin. Of course, if you know anything about Bitcoin and the fact that 72% of all the hash rate that actually generates the transactions in Bitcoin are in China, Russia, and Iran. How does that make you feel? Is that where you want to put your money? That's worse than putting it in the Bahamas. And of course, they all said it was going to be 100K by now. And John McAfee is backing off. I mean, he said he was going to eat his member if it wasn't. Well, he still has until the end of the year, so we'll give him that. Let's see. All right. So when it comes to Bitcoin, I had been a huge contrarian on the whole Bitcoin scene for a long time, and I think I pissed off the wrong people because back in May of 2018, my identity was stolen, and my YouTube channel was the very first thing that they hit, and they brought it down. They deleted it, and then deleted all my my internet accounts and PayPal account and other things. Lost a lot of money there. Set me back for months. But I'm back. All because I dared to go against those people and I was upsetting their cash cow. Their cash cow scamming you. And it's not like I don't know anything about this. Like I said, I've been in this business for 40 years. I was involved in distributed, decentralized systems. When I say at the top of the heap, I was the chief architect of a Fortune 50 company that made the software that ran all these systems. All right? My team literally, not figuratively, literally built all the systems on Wall Street, including the exchanges. So when I say that I've been involved at levels that you cannot understand. And I'm only telling you the truth. Come use my service, and you're going to see my brokerage account live. You're going to see me make the actual trade, and I'm going to share with you my brokerage results. You'll see them, not from some Bahamian CPA, but directly from a real broker like TD Ameritrade. Well, thank you, Rawa. Yeah, my old channel was growing fast. It had and that's why I think they brought it down. It had about almost 20,000 subscribers, and I was gaining a few hundred every week. And I guess I was getting too big for my britches. I was one of the only people out there calling Andreas Antonopoulos a fraud, which he is. As likable as he is and as smart as he is a complete fraud. And I said so much, and I said why he was a fraud. Which really pisses me off because I'm Greek and he's Greek, and I hate to see the Greek name being besmirched like that. All right. That's all I've got to say. I appreciate everybody coming out here and comments. Please go down and hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I'd like to have some ideas on things that you'd like me to talk about. I love doing the rants because there's so much to rant about. But just take it for this. There are people out there that see most of you as patsies, as easy targets. And they want to sell you crap. You come to my course or to my service. You ask anybody, there's plenty of people here that are online right now. Ask them if they have my personal mobile number or that they can talk to me at any time, directly, live stream, get the support that they need. All right, then you go and look at any other service, and you tell me any service that does that. So Mario thinks that a Trade of the Week review would go a long way towards marketing the options advisory. And that might be true. And maybe I'll do that. I just filmed me doing a trade, and I shared it to the group. All right, yeah. Unfortunately, there won't be any losing trades to go through so far, Mario. Maybe there will be one someday. But the system that I've devised and the way we're using options and having a built-in edge there, it is highly probable, or I should say highly improbable, that we will have losing trades. And even if we do, we will be able to manage them. Now, I'm not saying that, we're making tons of money, and I'm not going for the big hits. We're going for little singles, and we're getting them one after the other, after the other, after the other. Like a lot of people say in our group, it's like an ATM machine. Oh, Ernie's putting out another trade, more money in our pockets. So, yeah, I think that's a good idea, Mario. I'll start recording some of my trades as I'm doing them and go through the whole analysis of them. I think that's a really good idea. That would be a good weekly show. I got to do it in such a way that doesn't give away all of our methods, right? All right. Everybody, thank you so much. We'll see you next video. Got to go talk to the people in the service. Take care.